There's the new Yu-Gi-Oh ban list. Here's what you have to know. Alright guys, we'll start off with the forbidden list, and on the very top of that list is Fairy Tale Snow. So Snow is kind of a broken card. I use it in a lot of decks, and yeah, it's a fantastic interrupt, and it has basically almost no cost. So that one kind of deserves to be on there. Next up we have Ronin Totem, and that's Konami's way of hitting that Totally Awesome combo and sprites without hitting Totally Awesome. It kind of makes the Frog Engine unplayable, so I run a sprite deck, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to replace that with. Next up we have Crystron Halqifibrax, and a lot of people are going to be happy about this one. That's a super hated card. It enables a lot of combos it shouldn't. It's very generic, super easy to use, splashes into almost every deck. I'm gonna miss it because I had a Scythelock combo with it, but it kind of needed to go. Next up we have Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, which is always a mouthful to say. I actually played that card at Locals a couple days back, and everyone was making fun of how long the name was, right? But that's a super busted card, right? It lets you mill 5. If you have a light or dark in those 5 mills, you get to keep it to your hand. You throw everything else to the graveyard. I kind of feel like that one. I was running a Punk Engine in one of my decks too, so that kills that Punk Engine. It's a hit to tier elements for sure, but I don't know if it's a justifiable hit. Next up, we have Red Reboot, and oh boy. I don't think I've seen anyone main deck Red Reboot, but I know a lot of people side deck it. And this thing's going to make trap decks really good going forward. Next up, we have the limited list. And new to the limited list is Blackwing Stream the Cloak. I don't know how relevant that card is anymore. I kind of skipped that era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I don't know if it's a super old school card or if it's a newer card, but I don't know why it was on the limited list to begin with, so I can't really comment on it. Cyberjar is a card that's not super relevant. I don't expect to have it see a lot of play. Next up we have Mecha Phantom Beast Lion, and without the Halqifibrax, he's really not much of a threat. So the only reason he was limited is just to not limit Halqifibrax. So he's off the list. Substitute Toad. Part of the Toad engine. Not as deadly now. Next up we have Spellbook of Judgment. I missed that era. I skipped that era of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't really know what the deal is with that card. Has a lot of hype. Don't really know. A Pointer of the Red Lotus, much like Red Reboot, not one I saw in a lot of main decks, but I know a lot of people side deck that card. So being limited to 1 hits a lot of side decks. And finally we have the unlimited list, and the first card on there is Dynamite, however long his name is. He has a super long name. I've been seeing a lot of OCG lists for that archetype that have been winning, so who knows if that archetype's making a little bit of a comeback, right? The Draco Slayers. Next up we have Cyber Angel Benten. Again, I know that one is a super good card in Drytrons, but without Eva, who knows if it's that meta relevant anymore. Shooting Star Riser Dragon, again, he was on there because of Halqifibrax. Fusion Destiny's at 3 now. With the DPE being way cheaper, we might be seeing that card a lot now. I don't think it's as good without the Verte Anaconda, but Nadir's Servant's also at 3. And I believe that one got bought out immediately if you're doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch thing. Yeah, it's a super strong card. I've seen people imply that a Flunderies are going to run it at 3, but I don't think they will. They didn't run it at 2, so what's the rush there? Trickstar Light Stage, don't know what that card does. I skipped that era. And Wall of Revealing Light, which I'm kind of vexed was on the limited list anyways. Now the real question is, why is a Mystic Mine on this list? Alright guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all those super goofy YouTuber things. And I have been the Cardinal King, out.